Hi, I'm Gabby Foster. I'm 23. So my bat mitzvah was a good 10 years ago. And I'm currently sitting in my apartment in Yerushalayim, in Jerusalem, where I'm currently living.
Do you have any particular memories from your bat mitzvah?
Oh, wow. I still, shockingly, people still reach out to me, my school friends, and they still talk to me about what I said in my Devar Torah, which is amazing. Like, I've had people reach out to me in the past few years. I still remember what you said when we were 13.
What do they remember?
I think that I think they remember sort of the ideas of Tikkun Olam that I was talking about. So I took like an approach of Tikkun Olam when I was talking about Noach, and how God destroyed the world because we weren't really doing a very good job of being good people, and that was the final destruction, like that there was this covenant, this promise that it wouldn't happen again. And that was really reliant on the fact that we then took on the work of making sure that the world stayed a better place than it had become. And I think that that really stuck out with them. But I also am guessing that it stuck out to them that I like quoted Michael Jackson in my Devar Torah, and talked about, like, I made a basketball reference and references to taking tests. It was really funny to read it this week and see what felt important to me when I was 13. Yeah.
Do you have a passage there, maybe, that you'd like to read?
So this part really stuck out to me. I wrote, there is a midrash that tells that God created many worlds before ours and destroyed them all. God was never pleased. When God created our world, God destroyed it too. But then, as we all know, God recreated it. Maybe after creating and destroying so many worlds, God finally concluded that no world could be perfect, but that God would have to rely on its people to make it the best it could be. This is where the teaching of Tikkun Olam comes into the story of Noach. Tikkun Olam is a Jewish phrase meaning repairing the world. Maybe God decided that it was up to the humans and animals of the world to make it perfect. Um, and there was another part, I think, that I discussed sort of the challenges, the things that we see in our world these days that challenge our world to remain in this perfect place. I talked a little bit about technology and its power over us. And I talked about also natural crises. I talked about Hurricane Katrina, and an earthquake in Haiti, which was part of my bat mitzvah like project. And it really got me thinking about today, that we're in a crisis in some ways. The world is a scary place right now. And I think I wrote something to the effect that these crises are a way of testing humanity. Maybe the earthquake in Haiti and other disasters, such as Hurricane Katrina, are tests of humanity's acts of Tikkun Olam. When these disasters occurred, people came together and helped each other more than ever. When these events occur, maybe it is God testing us on our care of the world. Maybe they are reminders that God put us here to fix our world so that God does not destroy it again. And I think that that's really been how I've been thinking about this time, really from the beginning. I've really felt that this pandemic has been a test, actually, really on my generation. Um, with technology, I've felt like we get very, very inward, and we really focus, like social media particularly, on ourselves and how we're appearing to others, but really for the benefit of ourselves. And we talk about all the time that millennials are self-centered, and what have you. And I don't think it's across the board true, for sure not. But I do think that this pandemic has really challenged my age group in particular, because we can get sick, we might get sick, and there have been for sure cases of people my age getting very sick from this. But we're not the leading people who are getting sick unless we have pre-existing conditions. So it's really forced us to think about people other than ourselves. And I think also the isolation time has also forced us to turn more inward in a positive way, like a reflective way, to think about what are we putting out there to the world, and is it the message that we want to be sending, and are we doing the important work that we're meant to be doing here? So as much as it's been a really, really, really challenging time, I think, for everyone. And for me, for sure, being so far away from home, I really think it has been that test, and has really encouraged me to think about like what is the content I'm putting out into the world on social media when that's my main contact with people, and also like how am I contributing to the world around me.
Thanks for reading that out and for reflecting on it from the vantage point of where you are right now.
Absolutely. Yeah, it was really a bracha to get to look back at what 13-year-old me was thinking and how some of it has carried on. So it was really enjoyable.